everyone, and welcome to my Synergy Lab, and today... Oh, get excited! Seriously, I'm waiting. I need to know that you're excited. Ding! Cool! It's nice to know you make a microwave-based sound when you're excited. I don't even know where to begin. Let's grab Godhead. You know, I think that's a good, decent starter item. You see, I have a load of new toys, a load of new playthings. I feel akin to a kid who's been led into a room laden with goodies, gadgets, and their heart's desires, and been told, it's not for you. Get out. And then you watch their little heart crush, their hopes fade, and you catch that tear of disappointment because it is going to be a delicacy 20 years from now when the tear absorbers invade. You're going to want yourself a good supply of children's disappointment. How did that turn into that? I just wanted a good analogy for how I feel about the new features of the Synergy Lab, but I just can't resist disappointing children. Admittedly, I often forget about one of my own pets regularly, because look, one of them's a mammal, so I don't clump them in with my lizards, so I always tell people I have 4 lizards, and then always forget that I have a hedgehog, so I just imagine she's just in a corner like, oh, just sad music, zooming in on her face, just snuffling along, and she's adorable when I remember her, but a lot of the time I forget she exists. You know how it is. It's a prickly subject, because a hedgehog. Alright, so, again, it's difficult. We'll grab Holy Light. It's difficult because this synergy will very much be a what? Until I show you my new powers. Until I flex my new ability to destroy. And you are going to be amazed. You are going to be so amazed. Yes, you are. As amazed as I was when I practically put my foot through the floor earlier. Yeah, that's right. It's another bath story. I swear to God, these Isaac videos, all I do is pretend to mug people, irritate and weird out mailmen, and have baths. That's my day. I get up and I look at my calendar, and it's just those 3 things, just on repeat in random orders, just down a list, with the occasional wear owl onesie and eat. That's my complete and utter... Oh, and then tell people about these things in an Isaac video. Oh my God! So the Birth's plumbing has a bit of a problem with it. It's kind of leaking a little, which isn't great. But it does mean the floor every now and then gets a little bit soggy. We're gonna have the bath sorted. Obviously, we're not just gonna leave it just sopping through the floor forever. But basically, the previous person who lived here thought it was a great idea to put carpet in a bathroom. Now, you may have carpet in your bathroom in your home, and if you do, the fuck's wrong with you? It is. No one wants a soggy carpet. Like, no one. No, I mean, no one wants a soggy, like most things, to be fair. If I handed you something and it was soggy, I mean, it's immediately probably less good. Unless it's designed to be soggy. But then I don't think I would be handing you specifically soggy things. Like, if I handed you a brand new pair of socks, I don't know why I would hand you. So you're in an alleyway, and I force you to accept... Has anyone ever done a reverse? Like an like, you force someone to act like, oh my God. Like, you pull, okay, so you pull like a weapon on someone, you know, sneak up on them in the alleyway, and you're like, ha! My money or my life. Wait. I guess maybe don't offer your life. That might be a bit weird. Alright, I'm gonna give you my wallet or my phone. You better choose, or you're gonna die. I think that would totally work, right? Someone reverse criming. Like, you sneak into a funeral and then raise the deceased back to life. That kind of really isn't the same thing, is it? Like, that's a weird prank. Aha! I'm not really part of this family, but behold! As your dead loved one lives again! And they're just, like, knocking on the coffin. I mean, I guess it would probably be good, right? Like, I mean, that's like a yay that they're back, like return to youth and health, and they're super happy. Although I do think that would probably be a weird situation. Like, if you got really old, you died peacefully of old age in your sleep, you know, the best way to go, if you have to go, if immortality's not been invented yet. I say that like it's on the to-do list past automatic kettles. And then, though I think there is automatic kettles. You can actually program kettles to boil water at a certain time for you each day automatically, which is it's really great, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Because I'm very bad at sticking to a kind of micro routine. I'm good at a macro routine, like the general broad strokes of my day. But in terms of micro routine, nowhere near as the good. So let's grab a little bit of health, remove my head, and all of that will be going very, very well. Yes, indeed, I'm in the wrong room. Don't you love being in the wrong room? Gonna grab Loki's horns. Loki's horns. Trust me, though, I went to the other wrong room. Look, sometimes, did I go to the other wrong room again? No, I didn't go to the wrong room again. I know where I am. I know where I am, guys. Nobody panic. I know completely and utterly where I am located. Don't you think I don't? Because I do. I totally do. Oh, that's what I wanted. It turns out I actually have no idea what's going on. I'm just trying to stall for time until I think of the synergy. It's just like getting to the Synergy Lab deadline. I'm like, I'm just going to flail around, maybe get Godhead, I wonder if I could ever get away with that. Probably, right? I think I could. There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. We'll have some wob, and we'll have some wiggle. I think that might be pretty good. I mean, I know that will be pretty good, because obviously that's what I want. So yeah, I mean, come on, don't be ridiculous like crazy. So we will finish the synergy next floor. Let me let that sink in for just a second. We're gonna finish the synergy next floor. Oh, I think I was telling a story and then I got distracted, and then I also got distracted from the other one. I mean, I guess you can definitely have a reverse robbery, right? Like you break in and leave extra stuff. I guess that technically works. Like you get home and your wallet is full of money that you don't remember getting. But then again, people would just be really suspicious of that, which admittedly is fair enough, because, you know, that's probably come from unsavory sources. Let's be honest. So, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say, everyone, my advice to you: don't go around being a reverse criminal or a forwards criminal. Just don't force people to do things, okay? Don't, even if it's kindness. I mean, maybe is it inherently bad to make someone do good? Because it is wrong to force another person to do something they don't want to do. Like, it's like a basic wrongness, you know? Like, that makes sense. But if the thing you're forcing them to do is a truly good thing, like, is it cancelling each other out? Like, if you capture a load of people and then make them build housing for people who need a place to live, is the forced labor cancelling out the now no longer homeless? If you use slaves to commit acts of generosity, are you still a bad person? Yes! I think I've actually come to my own conclusion! You are! I mean, I guess it's better than selfish, like, capturing, but still, don't throw Pokeballs at people. Alright, so we're gonna finish the synergy. We want to grab Penny Tier. We want to grab Lil Hon. Oh my god, we want to grab Deadeye. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. So, technically speaking, guys, the synergy is finished. And you may be thinking, what? That's pathetic. I don't understand. How is the synergy finished? What's going on? Well, it may help if I turn on the guaranteed tier effect a little bit. You know, a nice little black lightning-y rotating disc of death. You know, that's cool. So this is is technically speaking the end of the synergy. It really, genuinely is. So just you wait. Just you wait till the next floor. I do want to get magnetism and tear absorber though, because this is going to really kick up a notch. So, hole in my floor. So, the whole bathroom thing has kind of weakened the floorboards underneath. So, there's like this one spot in the carpet where there's a really deep sink into the floor. Like, if you put one leg on it and kind of hopped up and down, you could definitely tear through the carpet and have a single leg stuck in like a hole you've just made in the floor. And we were really confused as to why this one specific spot has a hole in it. And I figured it out earlier, because apparently whenever I get out the bath, I step out and I always put my foot in the same place, because the place that I stepped was exactly this weak part of the floor, and I felt my foot sink, I felt it give, and then suddenly I'm like ankle deep in soggy carpet hole, which is a sentence that I've never thought I'd say, and it throws me off balance. I'm there just like, help, Daddy, help, I need, oh my god, it's so hard. It's just a really awkward situation. So we essentially have a really tiny, size of like half a plate, soggy carpet sinkhole that I apparently have caused via the help of piping. But what I can confirm, guys, is you never want to get trapped in a carpet hole while in a very, let's say, vulnerable position. That's what I'm going to throw out there. Alright, so you might be thinking, how the hell is this synergy done? Well, I have some brand new options. Yes, indeed. We can get rid of the HUD for a start. Oh, look at that. Yes. The bit of darkness. I mean, this one's just the one that I've been using. But, you know, it's all here. But what we can do, and I can go purely invisible, which is kind of nice as well. But, you know, I'm not going to do that because it is purely invisible. And I like the camo invisibility because it's I can at least still kind of see where I am. So what else do we have access to? Well, you know, let me turn the HUD back on, how we've always been restricted to a certain amount of tier rate depending on our items, and it's always capped at 1. The same way that shot speed is always capped at 0.6, and ranged is capped at 7, the lowest you can go. Well now, thanks to this lovely thing, I can take it even further. But I am going to do a little bit of tinkering before that. So I had to take off Ludo because it kind of breaks if I activate it with Ludo on. So, fire delay override. What I can do is force a 1 tier delay no matter what items I have. So already you can kind of see potential. But even beyond that, I can technically make it go to 0, which is even faster. But unfortunately, Ludo Technique does break with 0, so we're going to have to leave it on 1. We'll also ramp up our luck to 50 and go get the item back. So already we should start to see, you know, a little bit of a difference. Got a lot of tiers coming out here. Fair amount of tiers. We're also going to grab Proptosis because I forgot, aren't I a silly? So we have quite the little, well, glowing. It's kind of similar to the Phoenix actually currently. So what else can we do? Well, we can essentially give ourselves 5 range. Oh, look at that. We got some nice little splashes going on. But what we can do is give ourselves absolutely no range. Oh yeah, so the tiers go absolutely nowhere. And then at the same time, we can give ourselves 0 shot speed. Absolutely nothing. Which means we essentially just have this completely condensed 0 range, 0 shot speed, repeatedly flashing, just, I mean, it's like a little micro sun in the palm of my hands. I say in the palm of my hands, it's kind of next to me. It's like a little bit over there. It's being fed by the black hole at the top, right? It's being, all of this black matter, dark matter being poured into it to keep it active as it flashes and sparkles. And it was the hardest thing. I mean, how awesome is that? Just imagine the potential with all the various items. The hardest thing about this is just how many things there are for it to do. We get Tiny Planet, so it actually starts following us round, which is what we want, and it'll start rotating, and just look at it go! Oh, I love it. It looks pretty neat in the darkness as well, but it's just our own little rotating sun, and we can make it as... It wasn't supposed to become a scythe. Whoa! What the hell is happening there? That's not... What the hell is going on? Yeah, it does tend to break occasionally. And the thing is, if we get Cricket's body, because of what ends up... Whoa! Jesus Christ! That was not supposed to happen like that. But at the same time, I kind of like it. I can't see anything. Oh, let's get dark matter. At this point, let's just see what goes down. Oh my god. So we're back with our actual sun. It's gotten a little bit larger. Just a little bit larger. Let's get Polyphemus. Blazing supernova. See, the aura looks better without permanent little horn on, but the center and overall look, I think, looks better with permanent little horn on. But is this not absolutely insane potential here? Is it not just ridiculous? And the thing is, we can and probably will change this a little bit as we go on. Oh, I mean, if this is not having the sun in Isaac, I don't really know what is. Behold my power! How incredible is the difference that being able to play with shot speed, range, and tier rate to that extent making, right? Like, you saw what this looked like before I did that, and it was practically nothing. Now I have my own sun. And it will destroy all. It even looks like there's an eye in the middle, like it's alive, like it's got its own willpower, its own force. You should see Brimstone with 0 tier delay, by the way. And you will do, in a Synergy Lab. But not today. Alright, you're being taken away from the room of toys. Hey, Mother! Goodbye, Mother. Should we do the boss rush? I think we'll do the boss rush. Let's have a look what the angel would have been. You should see Ipecac with 0 tier display. 0 tier display. Oh my god. Do you ever get visited by someone at the door that you really don't want to see? And you have to try and think fast before you make eye contact with them? Well, I had that happen the other day. And of course, my solution was to... like, I walked... So the front door is straight ahead when you walk in the kitchen from the corridor. And I could see who it was from the frosted glass in the door. But right next to the door, there's some unfrosted glass as my son destroys this boss rush. And my initial reaction as I saw them, it was like 9 in the morning. I wanted to go to sleep because I have a trash sleeping pattern, as you know. So my solution was, of course, to just throw myself on the floor. But the thing is, it's a new wooden floor, and I, of course, was wearing my, sleek owl onesie. Which meant, as I dived down, like dolphin dive, to drop. And you may be thinking, really, you go to that lengths? I really don't want to speak to people at that time in the morning. I know who it was. I know why they were there. I know it would be fine if I was, air quotes, asleep. Don't say anything to anyone, okay? But everyone has them. Everyone has them. And I threw myself forward to hit the floor as fast as possible. But the combination of the new wooden floor and the onesie meant that I just slid. Because it was just a very smooth little, like a good couple feet. And just came to a slow, awkward stop halfway towards the door. And just kind of laid there. And then realized that, hang on, it's like the full walk, like... like ceiling to floor next to the door is glass, so if they could just see me, they could just see me lying on the floor. So instead of just accepting my fate and lying there, I did get up and then went and ultimately answered it a little bit bruised from my... Whoa! That was a lot of blood! Why was there so much blood? From my experience... Oh god, we've already done it! Look at that! So that was good. But it got me thinking, right? Because I was initially for a few seconds just still having this kind of go away, go away, go away, go away, please. I don't want to have bruised my sexy chest muscles that I definitely have for no reason. And I was thinking, two categories then. We're going to have a little superpower discussion, because let's be honest, who doesn't like that? What would be the best and worst superpower to have where it only activates if you are not moving? So, like, invisibility would kind of suck, because if you're not moving, I mean, yeah, you can't be seen, but it's not like you can do a lot. I mean, yes, you can quickly run, stop, go invisible, nobody saw you, cool, quickly run to the next area, okay, stop, go invisible. But that's like, I mean, you're essentially... I mean, I guess what it does is make everything cover, right? So you could just run between open areas and stand still and wait for the next opportunity and so on and so forth. And that kind of makes sense now that I think about it, but it's still kind of lame, right? It's like the classic invisibility, but only when nobody's looking at you. So it's like, okay, yay. Was there an angel room? There was an angel room. Kind of curious. Look, Angel, I have a son! Yeah, it's very bright. Thank you. Can you get it the fuck away from me? I mean, you don't have a face, so you probably can't even see the light. And I think the best one to have while stood still, I guess telekinesis, right? Because you could hover yourself and you are technically still, you're just using your power. Is that cheating the system? I don't know. I feel like it's my own system, so I'm probably allowed to cheat it. And no, I can't use Sprinkler with this, sadly. It does break if you try and use Sprinkler. So we're going to absorb these trinkets into us, and then what we can do, if we rightly feel like it, is have a little bit more mental of a son. If we make it just a little bit more unstable, we can find ourselves in a very interesting situation. So I will go eat these two, going via the sprinkler. There we go. And then we're going to go grab the others, because I like a little bit of movement, you know, as we're getting towards the end. It's starting to get unstable. It doesn't know what it wants. It's just, whoa. So let's go do this. God, I love it. Look at that. I was thinking of getting soy milk to shrink it back down, but I'm starting to think I just really like this. I think it's better when it's bigger. So the other one is what would be the best / worst superpower to have, but every time you activate it, you go completely limp. Not just not move. It's like somebody's paralyzed your entire body. You can't literally move a muscle. You can't control any part of you. You are completely and utterly immobilized. So I was thinking that arguably both the best and the worst would be just pure invulnerability. So let's say you're trapped in a building that's collapsing. You just go limp and get kind of like ragdoll flopped around the place. And I am now starting to think that trying to avoid speaking to someone by throwing myself on a floor and diving as the least majestic owl man you've ever seen is leading me to these line of thoughts. But you know, I've got to keep myself entertained because I've not seen daylight. At least not via through glass in so long. I can't remember the last time I was anything. And you know, the reason I have so many baths is because a couple months ago now, maybe even longer, I had a shower and there was a spider in it. So I don't want to go anywhere near that since then. Is that a stupid reason? Maybe. But it's my reason. Yeah, if you had total invulnerability, but you were completely paralyzed and, like, just ragdolling through everything, like you were in an explosion, just being thrown about the place, slamming into the walls, but you feel nothing and take no damage. I mean, it'd be kind of cool, right? But then you'd have to get in, like, an actual fight and you just flop on the ground. You'd look like you were just terrified, wouldn't you? I'm not sure if that is the best thing to do. And genuinely, I can't think of a good superpower to have that requires you to go completely limp. Unless it is... If I could have the power of not running out of hard drive space when I go completely limp, I think that's the one I'd probably choose. But no, I think maybe something silly like the power to always win while limp might be it. Hey, Hush, how do you feel about my actual, you know, son that I've brought to your room? You seem to be actually handling it quite well. Let's power up a little bit. Let's get some devil on this. The only sad thing is occasionally when you have it move a little bit like this, you do start to see some extra tears spread out, which kind of sucks. That's not really what I'm after, though. It's still kind of ridiculous, isn't it? And this is just my basic introduction to what messing with these controls lets us do. I was in the time of my life looking at everything. I really was before. Because we've done a black hole before, which is possible-ish without these shenanigans. But, you know, the sun level, not quite as doable. Alright, where are we going? Where do we think you are, little Hush? Where do we think you are? And by Hush, I mean delirium. Because I totally know what I'm talking about. Because I'm a confused vampire, apparently. A confused vampire. Talking of terrible superpowers, apparently I have drama sense recently. Because Danny's watching a TV show. And every time, apparently, it gets like an intense dramatic moment. She says, I always choose that moment to walk in and talk to her and ask about something, etc., etc. And I feel like it's got to just be a coincidence, right? You know, there's no way, because I don't know how else I would accept having this power. Like, what would I use it for? I mean, technically, you could extrapolate that into something. If you had extreme drama sense, I mean, technically, crime going down is drama, so you could use it to kind of sense when something's happening and, like, preemptively warn and protect people, right? I mean, I guess you could name literally anything, and if you take it extreme enough, you end up having an okay-ish superpower, like the ability to drink as much water as you want in a minute. So you could drink the ocean in a minute if you used it. I mean, that'd be a good supervillain, but it's kind of a one-way ticket, right? Like, do all my demands or I drink the ocean! And then you either get the demands or you drink the ocean, and in both cases you're kind of done at that point. There's not really a better threat for someone who can drink any amount of water in a minute to kind of label at someone than ocean drainage. Than ocean drainage. I don't know. Behold the wrath of ocean suction. Don't call yourself that. No villain name should have the word suction in it. I guess maybe if it was like Power Suction Man, but even then, Power Suction Man's not a great name. There are definitely better names under the sun, because we got a sun still. Is what I'm thinking out. I mean, if we were to bust out the old rating of power and aesthetic and feel, I mean, we can't really do accessibility because we are kind of going beyond the normal limits of what this game should allow, but I think that's fine. I think that's the natural progression. I knew it would be here. Come get sun. Come get some, but like sun. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, he is getting absolutely annihilated. Then again, I don't really know what I would have expected to happen. This is kind of absolutely nuts powerful. Alright guys, that is my new and improved and upgraded Synergy Lab. So what do you think is worth testing and trying with this new awesomeness? In fact, what features do you think should be in past this? I'd be very interested as to your thoughts. But for now, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more. And I will see you and Delirium next time. Oh, yes. A good boy.
Rage Gaming with the video flow.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.